I have a lot to do today because we are leaving for a road trip later this afternoon and we need to get packed. I need to kind of shut down the house, I guess I would say, since we are going to be away from the house for a while, making sure there isn't food in the refrigerator that's going to go bad, that type of stuff. I do have my checklists all ready to go. I have my pre-travel checklist that is all that shutting the house down type of stuff. Like, you know, if I want to do some dishes or laundry, some tidying up things, as well as like thermostat, lights, that type of stuff. I also have a packing list for myself. And then I have my baby packing list and my toddler packing list. All of these printables are available on my website. I'll link that in the description box below. If you're ever traveling, especially if you have kids, you want like kid specific packing list. So we're basically going to go around the house today. I'm going to show you how I'm cleaning up, shutting it down, and doing all of my packing. So let's get going because I feel like we do not have that much time and we have lots to do. Some of the things that I do on my list in preparing my home to leave are nice to haves, like making the bed. It's not necessary to have a bed that's made before I leave the house, but it is really nice to return to a clean home. So I try my best to pick up every space if I can, make the bed, clean off countertops, everything like that. Once I finished with the bed, I am moving into my bathroom and packing up my toiletries. I keep some things pre-packed in my travel container in my cosmetic bags, and then last minute items I need to put actually into my bags that I don't have duplicates of. Now that I have the bedroom picked up and some of that stuff done, I am going to start packing my stuff. I obviously got my toiletries together, but I'm going to get my clothing together. And because I am going to my parents' house, I just really do not need that much of my own clothing. I did order some stuff from the Nordstrom sale to my parents' house, and I'm having it delivered there. So most of what I got there was a few like athleisure, t-shirty type stuff, nothing crazy nice. So I'm thinking I'll have some of that. And then I still have some like sweatpants and sweatshirts at my parents' house. So I'm packing a couple of dresses and a swimsuit. I need to grab some underwear and basics like that, but probably should not need too much. So I'm gonna finish up my packing. My packing was very easy. You'll see I packed into a packing cube, which is a great way to save space. It helps compress your items, and I don't find that I have a lot of wrinkling from using packing cubes. And with multiple people packing in the same bags, because we now have 2 kids and myself, my husband usually packs on his own, but having 3 of us in one bag, I like how the packing cubes separate things. Then you'll see with the kids' rooms, I'm going space by space, changing the sheets, changing out the diaper pail. And then as I'm going through, I'm thinking about all of the things they use. That's why I like packing in advance if I can, so I can start to think through the day and how it goes. And as I hit things in a certain day, I can throw it into a bag. It just makes it a little bit more difficult doing it last minute. Since I'm home without Henry, I have been pumping milk throughout the day. I have milk storage bags that I'm making sure I'm freezing milk that I'm leaving here. I've been cleaning bottles all day, but I'm looking at my baby travel list. I already got my pumping supplies minus the actual pump and the parts I'm using right now. I'm gonna pack extra milk storage bags. I have a bottle in case I need it. Since we're doing a road trip, I'm gonna bring a nursing pillow. I'm actually gonna grab my travel bottle soap and dish brush. So I have this big thing of cleaning supplies here, and I have this little kit that I used for traveling that you can open up and has like dish soap and bottle brushes, and this thing actually turns into a
drying rack, which is really convenient. Even though we're into my parents' house and they'll have like a sink and all that stuff, I don't think they have bottle dish brushes, and I use a specific bottle dish soap, so I'm gonna grab that. Let's see what else here. Oh, feeding wise, Henry's starting to eat. My parents do have like a high chair and bibs. They have utensils, I think, for Owen, but not for Henry. So I'm gonna pack some spoons for him, some snacks for Owen. And then Henry, I have like some oatmeal that I add breast milk to. I'm gonna pack, and then the rest I'm just going to go to the grocery store and get some veggies and steam it and blend it up and make him some food actually at the house. So that's really it for eating for the two of them. And I just need to finish up with all of the milk supplies.
In Owen's room here, I am cleaning up all of his books. He pulls out a lot of books when it's bedtime, and I do have his books easy access, so he can do that. And then I had a little bit of laundry that I needed to put away, and then we're gonna finish up packing his clothing, thinking through the activities that we're doing, the week that we're there, and anticipating changes of clothes, some swimsuits because we're gonna go to the pool, and all of that stuff.
I keep some of Owen's travel supplies, usually when we go on planes, in this bin in his closet. It's pretty full with large toys. So I'm going to go through and see what might work for car toys. He's going to be back there alone. I mean, he's going to have Henry back there, but we have 2 bucket seats or like captain's chairs, so I can't sit back there with him. So like there's one busy book that I have that I really like, but it has so many Velcro pieces. I just feel like he's going to drop them absolutely everywhere. This little tray table thing is for a plane. This has a lot of Velcro pieces, but it might be better for him. I don't know. This is a maybe. I have a sticker thing I need to reload for him. Maybe he'd be into that. Let's see. Headphones. I don't know. So many of these things seem like a really bad idea for a car ride because there's just a lot of pieces. I wonder, this thing is a really cool kit. But again, little pieces. They're magnetic, but I could see him dropping these pieces, but I don't know. So I'm going to go around and try and collect toys regardless for both Owen, our toddler, and Henry, our baby, because we're going to need to keep them occupied We definitely don't do screen time with our baby, with Henry, but with Owen, we try and limit it. I will say when we travel, no limits. So we have an iPad that we've downloaded some Disney movies and other shows for him to watch. So that will entertain him as well. And then I don't know what we're going to do with Henry. I did try and put up one of the seats in the back seat of the car. So hopefully we're going to try and have one of us sit back there if we need to for a while and try and see if we can fit everything in half of the trunk and keep one of the back seats up. But we'll see how much stuff we end up with. Okay, we are getting very close to the finish line here. I have, I think, this bag pretty much packed. Yeah, that seems very full. So I'm going to close this one up. But I wanted to quickly chat about some of the items that I'm doing to shut the house down. And some of the things that I am doing, I've shared, but a few others I haven't. Honestly, I've been doing laundry like a crazy person for the past few days. That's big on my list. But I have in my pre-travel checklist things divided. So in the kitchen, we were very lucky that it was trash day. So we just took out the trash last night and the garbage picked everything up this morning. So I threw everything out of the fridge that I needed to. I ran the dishwasher this morning and it's actually now ready for me to unload, and I want to put it away so when I come home I don't have to deal with that. I cleaned the sink and the garbage disposal. Let's see, I'm wiping down all of the surfaces, and then right before we leave I'm going to take the trash out. Laundry wise, I usually wash sheets. I honestly did not do that this time. I did our towels, and then I also did clothing. I just hate coming home to a bunch of laundry. Luckily, since we'll be at my parents' house and we have the ability to do laundry, I'm not gonna have as much like dirty laundry coming home. Oh my gosh, I think I need to expand this suitcase. This is way too full. There we go. And let's see what else. Bathrooms. Yep, I did do a quick wipe down of the countertops, and I actually cleaned toilets today. And then common areas, I am for sure tidying up. And then if I have time, I'm going to give the floors a clean in the kitchen. I'm going to use my wet dry vac if I have time, fingers crossed. And then, okay, last things that I have, just like kind of general summary, things like unplugging electronics that you don't need to use. Thermostat, Jim already took care of that. We're going to make sure to turn off the lights. We're doing mail forwarding, windows, doors, depending on the season. We've had issues with water, or like we potentially shut off the water, making sure everything's automated that needs to be automated, all that jazz. But we got one suitcase there, rolling it away. I think this suitcase is pretty close too. It's actually not very full at all, but that's fine. And then I have some presents that we're bringing up. I think my mom actually has wrapping paper, so I'm gonna wrap that when we get there. And then I'm gonna load up the car. Last thing we have to do is grab snacks and those food items I was mentioning earlier. Baby spoons, oatmeal, Owen's snack spinner. Honestly, this is less so for the car. We don't eat food in our cars. That's just not something we do. We'll stop if we need to have snacks. Plus the boys will need to stretch their legs, have diaper changes. Henry will need to eat. But more like when we are on our trip and we're going out and about, and Owen needs snacks and Henry needs food and all of that. So I'm gonna pack the last minute items and we're gonna load up the car and then see how much time I have to do the last minute cleaning items.
At the beginning of the video, I talked about how some cleaning tasks are nice to have while other ones are a little bit more of necessities. Cleaning the kitchen is probably one of the ones I consider more of a necessity, especially cleaning out your pantry if there's foods in there that are going to go bad. I had one instance where I could have sworn I cleaned everything out and I forgot a banana in the pantry, and it got so mushy and gross. Luckily and weirdly, we didn't have fruit flies. There weren't that many repercussions to the old banana, but it just goes to show it's not just about cleaning out your refrigerator or taking out the trash, which you should do both of those things, but don't forget to check your pantry and try to get rid of anything that may spoil or go bad while you're gone. And then really giving your sink a deep clean, running that disposal to make sure there's no food sitting in there, wiping off countertops, all of that not only makes it nicer for you when you return to your home, but also will hopefully help prevent any bugs coming in your house or being attracted to leftover food. So in just a second, I'll show you here what I'm doing to scrub down my sink, and I'm also going to use a garbage disposal cleaner, which I will link in the description box below if you are interested in using that. I do it pretty regularly just at home on a normal basis, but especially before I leave for a long weekend. So the last couple of tasks that I'm doing here are picking up the living room. I had to pick out a few toys to go in the car with us, and then I wanted to put everything else away, or at least kind of contain it a little bit, fluff those pillows, and last but not least, I am going to water the plants. I'm just crossing my fingers on these. I would really love if we had somebody that could stop by and water the plants, but that's just not going to happen. I used to have those globe things that you could put in them that would slowly release water into the soil when it needs more, but they broke. These were not that expensive, so if they don't last, it's fine.
That is it. Car is packed. We're ready to go. I gotta hop in the car because we're gonna go pick up the kids from daycare and hit the road. Thank you so much for joining me. I am glad we finished in time, and I hope this road trip goes well. Fingers crossed. Wish us luck. I will make sure to update you, but until next time, I will see you all later.